In Nunavut this afternoon, the largest land transfer in Canada's history has just taken place. Territorial leaders signed an agreement that sees them take responsibility for things like land, water, and natural resources management in the territory. And the Prime Minister was in Iqaluit for the signing.
A lot of work has gone into making today possible. Leaders, negotiators, officials of many stripes have all worked hard for years with the same goal: for Nunavut to have increased control for decisions on their land, waters, and resources.
It's our land, our resources in the hands of our people. This is the next big step and the next chapter in the story of our beautiful territory.
Nunavut became a territory almost 25 years ago, and the devolution agreement has been in the works for much of that time. 2 million square kilometers of territory was transferred today. In addition to the Prime Minister and Territorial Premier, land claims organizations representing Inuit people also signed the agreement. CBC's Juanita Taylor is there as well, joins us from the site where the event has been taking place. Juanita, always wonderful to see you. This was obviously a very meaningful day.
Was it ever, Hannah? And I can tell you right now that there is a deal now that has been signed by the three parties. So the Government of Canada, the Government of Nunavut, and Nunavut Tungavik Incorporated. So this afternoon's ceremony, Hannah, if you could be here, you would feel just as much excitement and maybe empowerment as you're among people here in Iqaluit, as I'm feeling right now. I just walked out of the ballroom where the event is happening, and it was just amazing to be in the presence of so many dignitaries, people who have been, past and current negotiators for this devolution agreement are here. There are about 200 people in attendance. This is a private event this afternoon. There will be a public event later on this afternoon, but we had the former commissioners of Nunavut here, as well as the current commissioner. We had former premiers for the Nunavut territory here, as well as the current premier, territorial ministers, federal government ministers, Nunavut Tungavik Incorporated representatives, as well as regional Inuit Association representatives. We had the ITK, Inuit Tapari Kanatami president here as well. Former negotiators for the Nunavut Land Claims Agreement are here, as well as members of the Legislative Assembly and folks from the Nunavut Arctic College. Of course, dignitaries included elders here in Nunavut. The ceremony, it started with the lighting of the kuldak, which is a tradition amongst Inuit culture when there's a special time that they want to mark. There was also many performances. There was kuldak lighting, throat singing, ayaya singing, and drum dancing. There was also a prayer by an elder to open the ceremony. And that's when, after that, the tables and chairs were brought out to the center of the ballroom where, the witnesses got to see right in front of them people speaking so eloquently and so passionately about this devolution agreement. It started with Minister Vandal, the Minister of Northern Affairs for the Government of Nunavut. He said that it's an honor to be here to witness these traditions today, and he knows that the long-standing vision for Nunavut is a reality today with the signing of the devolution agreement. We also had Justin Trudeau speak after, and he acknowledged what a historic day this is. So Justin Trudeau, he also brought his youngest son, Hadrian, here to Iqaluit with him to witness this event. And I saw them looking at each other when the throat singers were performing, obviously very entertained by what they were seeing. And he acknowledged that Inuit have hunted and fished on these lands for so many generations, and that this is why today is so important, because this devolution agreement is giving Inuit the power to make decisions on behalf of their territory, on behalf of their people, now that the devolution agreement has been signed. After Justin Trudeau, we heard from Premier of Nunavut, PJ Akerok. He said that, this is the time now that Nunavut is ready to take on these responsibilities that are being transferred from the federal government to the territorial government. And that he said the signing of the ceremony today is for the people of Nunavut. And he says that they are ready and they are being guided by societal values of the Inuit. It was then followed by Aluki Kutek, the president of Nunavut Tungavik Incorporated, who spoke to the crowd in Inuktitut, and also very, very proud and feeling just the excitement of this day here in Nunavut, Hannah.
And Juanita, before I get to the next question, you touched on a little bit. There is quite the performance going on in there. Let's listen to it. We saw the Prime Minister up dancing a moment ago. We're also watching the Territorial Premier up dancing as well. Let's just listen to this for a moment because it's so good. Okay, so we got right at the end of there.
It's just, Yes, Hannah, that is square dance music, that Inuit that square dance to, and you can hear the excitement with the clapping, and you can see the excitement with people dancing. So it is a very, very momentous time right here, right now in Nunavut.
Absolutely. So maybe you were talking about it a little bit, Juanita, but maybe give us more of a sense for the people of Nunavut and the resource management, how important this devolution agreement is.
Well, Hannah, it is so important. This is the largest land transfer in the history of Canada. 2 million square kilometers of land and water. Those responsibilities for all that land and water is now being transferred to the territorial government from the federal government. There is increased control for decision making now, and the government of Canada is going to be funding a 3-year implementation that is set to come, and as Justin Trudeau, and beyond the 3 years. So now that this deal is signed, Hannah, Nunavut will have full control over its lands and water resources. Now the territory will have the final say if a resource development project can go ahead. And, that is going to be the decision made by Nunavut officials for the territory of Nunavut for Nunavummiut, not by government officials in Ottawa, which is 2,000 kilometers from here. So this deal also will open the door for more opportunities for royalties from all this resource development that is going to be coming its way. Hannah.
Now, Juanita, I am sorry to have pulled you out of that room because that music was fantastic. Now there is a gentleman dressed up as a polar bear, and I'm sure that's a part of a ceremony. I'm not 100% what that ceremony is, but it is just lovely to watch.
Well, I'd love to get back in there and watch this all for myself, and I'm also very glad to be speaking to you about this today. And tonight, Hannah, there will also be a community celebration, probably similar to what you're seeing now on TV, for the entire city of Iqaluit and for the people here who will also be celebrating the signing today of the Nunavut Land and Resource Devolution Agreement.
Juanita Taylor, lovely as always to speak to you on such an important day. Appreciate your time.